There is a specific kind of sanctuary we all believe in, the sanctuary of the home. It is the one place on this planet where the door is locked against the outside world, where the air is thick with the scent of fabric softener and familiar cooking, and where the people inside are the ones we trust most in this life. But what happens when that trust is turned into a weapon? What happens when the person you see in the corner of your eye isn't a person at all, but a shape? A mimic. This is the case of the mother in the closet. It's a story that starts in an ordinary bedroom and ends with a realization that lingers in the mind like a cold draft. Picture a typical evening. You are 12 years old, sitting on the edge of your father's bed. The room is familiar. You know every scuff on the baseboards, every hum of the air conditioning. Your father is there with you and you're just talking the way families do. It's the kind of mundane moment that should be forgotten by the next morning. In the corner of the room, there is a walk-in closet. The light inside is off, but it isn't pitch black. There's enough light spilling in from the bedroom to see the figure inside. It's your mother. She's standing there, focused on a task. She's folding clothes. You can see her clearly, the specific way she moves, the rhythmic motion of her hands. Most importantly, you see her hair. She always wears it in a bun. That bun is an anchor for you. It's the visual shorthand for safety. It's Mom. Your father sees her too. He asks her a question. It doesn't matter what it was, a question about the laundry, a remark about the day, but there is no reply. The figure in the dark just keeps folding. He asks again, his voice getting louder, the irritation rising. Hey, are you hearing me? Still, the figure remains silent. The silence of a mother ignoring her family is a specific kind of tension, and it reaches a boiling point. Your father starts to yell. You get up. You're 12 and you want to bridge the gap. You step toward the dark closet, toward the woman in the bun who won't answer her husband. But as you reach the threshold of the closet, you hear something that makes your blood turn to ice. From the hallway behind you, the bedroom door opens. Footsteps, and then a voice. Why are you yelling my name? You spin around. There in the doorway stands your mother. She's wrapped in a towel, her skin still damp from a shower. She is looking at both of you with genuine, startled confusion. And in that heartbeat, the logic of your world collapses. If she's in the hallway, who is in the closet? You whip your head back around. You look into the dark space where, a second ago, a woman was folding laundry, and there is nothing. Not a stray sock, no silhouette, no bun, just an empty, silent closet. Whatever you and your father saw, it wasn't her. It was a spirit copy, a phenomenon that has been documented in folklore and paranormal reports for centuries. When we talk about the mimic, we are stepping into a territory that parapsychologists call domestic mimicry. This isn't your typical haunting. It doesn't involve a Victorian lady in white or a rattling chain. It involves an entity that wears the skin of the living to inhabit our routines. These beings are often reported in liminal spaces, territories that are in between, like hallways, staircases, and most frequently, closets. A closet is more than just storage for clothes. Psychologically, it is a psychic room, a place where we store the items that define our public identity and the secrets we keep from the world. In paranormal theory, these confined, neglected spaces allow energy to accumulate. Because we don't claim the energy of a closet the way we do a bed or a kitchen table, it becomes a perfect anchor point for something else to manifest. But why was it folding clothes? In Slavic folklore, there are spirits known as the domovoi or the kikimora. The kikimora is a female house spirit that is often seen performing domestic chores like spinning flax or cleaning. If the house is in order, she is a guardian. If not, she becomes a pest. But there is a darker modern variation, the mimic. Modern digital lore and Reddit archives are full of accounts of false humans, entities that are solid, clear as day, yet utterly silent. They don't talk. They don't acknowledge you. They simply exist in your space. One witness reported hearing their 2-year-old crying over the monitor while the child was physically in their arms. Another saw their child playing peekaboo around a corner, only to find the real child asleep in bed. The terror of the mother in the closet case lies in the detail of the bun. This is what psychologists call top-down process. processing. Our brains are hardwired to find meaningful patterns in random sensory data, a phenomenon known as pareidolia. When we are in a dark room and we see a shape that resembles a human, our brain immediately looks for an identifying mark to confirm safety. In this case, the brain saw the bun and painted the rest of the image of the mother. This brings us to the Uncanny Valley. This is the psychological threshold where an object looks almost human, but has subtle wrong imperfections that trigger a deep biological revulsion. We evolved to fear things that look like us but aren't, a survival mechanism to avoid disease or predators that hide in the tribe. When the father in this story yelled and the figure in the closet didn't react, his brain hit the Uncanny Valley alarm. The behavior didn't match the form. Human beings react to yelling. Shadows do not. Mimics. They just continue their work. The emotional fallout of such an encounter is what parapsychologists call sanctuary violation. When the one place you feel safe, your home, is invaded by a double of the person you love most, it creates a trauma that is widespread and long-term. It causes a loss of the sense of safety and security. For a 12-year-old, this event rewires the brain's relationship with the home. Every time they walk past a dark closet, every time they see their mother's hair in a bun from behind, there is a spike of cortisol, a hyperarousal that makes them wonder if they are looking at their parent or the other thing. And that is the true horror of the mimic. It doesn't need to attack you. It doesn't need to scream. It just needs to be there. It needs to sit in your darkness and fold your clothes, waiting for the moment you realize that the person you're talking to is standing right behind you. And whatever is in there with you, it's already learned exactly how you wear your hair. Sleep well tonight, and maybe, just maybe, lock the closet door.